Hey everyone on the YouTubes, it's TheKillerNacho again, and I have more random action for you today, this time against Animita. And without further ado, let's begin. So, I like this battle already, because I get a Credilli at the start, which is super awesome, because it's one of my favorite Pokemon. And he gets in a Lantern, which is not a good, obviously, matchup for him at all. I just go for the Seed Bomb. I probably could have went for the Earthquake, just to be, you know, more universally powerful, because it does have it, but whatever. He goes into Vileplume, and he goes for the Hidden Power on my Switch, and I go out in a Salamence. It probably is Hidden Power Fire, maybe something else, I'm not really sure. Regardless, yeah, he just goes for a Sleep Powder, and I miss with Fire Blast, so that's normal, I suppose. He's gonna go for a Giga Drain, but that's obviously not going to do much, and now he's gonna switch out, realizing he has really nothing to do to me. But I do wake up, which is really good for me, so I get a Fire Blast here off on the Doug Trio, and that's pretty awesome, actually. So he's going to sub up, and I'm just going to stay in, because I really don't know why I would switch. I mean, I know he probably has Stone Edge, but at the same time, I can just go for an Outrage and hopefully kill it. But yeah, he does go for a Stone Edge. It does, you know, a nice chunk, but Outrage will be able to kill him, but I am going to get a boost from my Moxie as he goes out into his guy there, his, oh god, what is that new starter? Chestnut, that's it. I think it's the Gen 6 grass starter. Anyway, he's going to use a Spiky Shield, which is a move kind of like Protect, just it does damage to me when he protects, which is just not very good. And, yeah. And now I'm confused, and I'm just hoping that I can, you know, get another attack off. But he's going to switch out now into Hitmonlee, because he doesn't want to take a Fire Blast. I end up missing anyway, so it wouldn't have even hurt him in the long run, regardless, as he goes for a Mach Punch, which will take out my Salamence. Regardless, I go into my Landorus, Therian, and, I don't even know. I've never really used this, so I don't know what it can do, really, but I set up the Stealth Rocks, because apparently it can do that. He's going to go for the Rapid Spin, though, and I didn't even know Hitmonlee could learn Rapid Spin. I mean, I knew Hitmontop could, but I had no idea Hitmonlee could. Whatever, he goes into Mismagius here, and I'm just going to go for another Earthquake, trying to finish off the Hitmonlee, but he is going to, obviously, dodge it with Levitate, and Mismagius outspeeds me. I kind of was under the impression that thing was pretty bulky, but apparently not. So I go into Clawitzer, and he's going to get a Will-O-Wisp on me, which really, I don't know. I think this one was more of a special attacker anyway, so it's not really going to hurt me that badly, as he goes for a Dazzling Gleam, but that's not going to do that much before his Mismagius bites the dust. Although for some reason I went for an Ice Beam. I think I was probably predicting a Switch and not a Dark Pulse. Whatever, I'm just going to go for it again just to finish him off. I think I was probably predicting a switch into some kind of, I guess, maybe Chestnut? That's the only thing I can think of. Regardless, he goes into Hitmonlee now, and he just goes for the Mach Punch to finish me off, and, well, that's kind of sad. Oh well, so I go into my Victory Bell because I can resist fighting types, and yeah, I just decided to go for the Giga Drain just to finish off the Hitmonlee, or whatever he wants to go out into. And yeah, that will kill that thing. So now he goes into his Vileplume, and I think it revealed here that it is indeed Hidden Power Fire. He does go for it, and it's super effective, so yeah, that's probably Hidden Power Fire, and all that stuff. So yeah, I go out on Kabutops to take the Hidden Power Fire, and I X4 resist that, and that is pretty nice. But I do not want to take a Grass move, so I go back into Credilli. And yeah, he ends up going for the Giga Drain, trying to obviously kill my Kabutops. But yeah, I'm just going to stay in. And he misses with Sleep Powder, which kind of hurts him, not going to lie. Because Credilli is a beast, and it really would help him to get it to sleep. So I go into Victory Bell, kind of expecting him to go for a Sleep Powder again, and I figure, hey, I don't really need Victory Bell. You know, it's probably the most expendable thing on my team right now. So I just go for a Sludge Bomb, do damage, and he just finishes me off, actually. He doesn't even go for another Sleep Powder. So, okay. So now I go into Kabutops, and I do that just because I think I can kill with Knockoff at this point. So I just go for that, and yeah, obviously take out the Vileplume. So now he goes back into Chestnut, and obviously I still don't want to take a Grass move. He's just going to go for a Spiky Shield first, kind of see what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go for the Knockoff. I don't even know why, because I know Chestnut is a fighting type, and obviously he would resist Knockoff. But regardless, now I go into Credilli as he goes for a Leech Seed, which probably wasn't a great play for him, since he probably should know that Grass types cannot be Leech Seeded, and even if he... why would he Leech Seed the Kabutops when he could just hit him probably with a Stab Grass move to kill him? Regardless, he goes for the Roar now to get me back into Kabutops, and all of that stuff. So I go for Swords Dance. I don't even know why. Maybe I was over-predicting about something, thinking, okay, maybe he doesn't even have a Grass move, because this is, like, random and stuff. But no, he does have Wood Hammer, so he does kill Kabutops, and that's just not very good. So now I go into Cradily, it's my last Pokemon, and I go for an Earthquake, I think. I don't know why, I think Seed Bomb would have actually been better. I mean, I know it self-resists, but, yeah, Earthquake is also resisted. But, yeah, he ends up going for a Leech Seed again, which he said was a misclick. But I don't really think it mattered, because if he had hit me, I would have just finished him off with Earthquake thanks to the recoil. So, I don't think he would have gotten more damage if he didn't misclick that Leech Seed than he did at that point. But regardless, he goes for an Ice Beam on Lantern. I just go for a Recover to see what he'd do. And, yeah, I can heal more than the Ice Beam can deal damage, so I'm just going to go for a Seed Bomb to see how much damage that does. It is a 2-hit KO, so I feel pretty comfortable to keep going for it and not risk that thing doing something nasty like Freeze Me. And then he finished it off with a Hydro Pump for some reason. But I have Storm Drain, so that doesn't really do anything. Well, good game, Animita. I think we were just trying to switch it up. I'm not really sure why. I think Ice Beam was still stronger than a Stab Hydro Pump. But, even if I didn't have Storm Drain. But whatever. I think he probably realized at that point that he had nothing to lose because he had already lost, etc. Anyway, today's question of the day, let me think. If you could introduce a new type combination in Pokemon, what would it be? On stream, we've, kind of been thinking about Undead Dustbusters, aka Undead Furt, being a ghost and normal type. Prior to Generation 6, it would only have one weakness. Actually, I think it would have no weakness? I know it would still have Fairy now, but I know prior to Gen 6 it would also be weak to Dark, but it would still have a pretty interesting typing, being immune to several types. It would be immune to, obviously, for Ghost, Normal type would be immune to Ghost, Normal, and Fighting, which is pretty darn awesome. And only having 2 weaknesses is also make it a really cool type. It would be like Mega Dustbuster, the undead version. Anyway, leave a comment about that, and see you later.